Hello, VinUnians. We all heard that a picture is worth 1,000 words, but what if we don't understand what we are looking at? Nowadays, we are bombarded with flashy charts on social media, and most of the time, they do a really good job to inform us about patterns and trends. But in the meantime, they lie as well. Yeah, you heard it right. They can lie as well. Let me give you an example. Here is the figure about the USA temperature since 1900 to 2019. This figure shows clearly that the mean temperature, or the average, has been rising quite a lot throughout 120 years. The blue line shows a trend that is clearly going up from left to right, or time to time. Now, let's assume that I want to convince people that temperature has not been going up, which means the blue line here should be perfectly horizontal. So what should I do? Well, I may forward the data, just make them up. Or I may play around with the analyzing stuff again. I don't want to use the mean temperature anymore. Let's try and analyze the extreme values of low and high temperature separately. Oh, look at the scary slope of the low temperature in comparison to the high one. Look at this. Why don't we get rid of the low one, right? We want to fool people. We don't want them to see the blue line's slope. Oh, and let's further break it down by seasons, right? We know that sometimes it's baking hot and sometimes it's not. Oh, and look at the line and its slope. We're getting somewhere. So, just a final step. I get rid of the lowest temperature recorded, let's say the first 20 years, from 1900 to 1920. And I expand the width of the horizontal axis of years. And ta-da! Now, who says we are having global warming, right? The temperature has not changed since then. Interesting? That's how charts lie. The book was written by Alberto Cairo, a journalist and designer. He's a well-known author with several textbooks, who is the Knight Chair at the University of Miami. Nowadays, data is everywhere. The ability to accurately interpret graphs is essential for everyone, regardless of their field and study, and this is especially true for the students and staff of VinUni. Whether you are a health expert, a business mastermind, or tech wizard, you need to know your graphs like you know your selfie angles. Doctors and nurses, you better understand those incidence and prevalence graphs better than you understand the Gray's Anatomy, or else you might as well be performing surgery with a butter knife. Business folks, you better know those metrics like you know your own bank account balance, or else your investors will leave you high and dry. And hey, IT peeps and engineers, you need to keep an eye on the ball with customer insights, safety, performance data, or else your project will be as successful as the first day at KFC. So, a big part of this book is about how charts can be sneaky little devils. They can be convincing but also totally misleading at the same time. The author Cairo exposed the tricks and tactics that people use to manipulate data and misrepresent information, all while keeping you engaged and entertained. He's got a great sense of humor and breaks down all the complicated stuff so even non-math nerds like us can understand it very well. By the end of the book, you'll be way more skeptical of all those slick-looking charts and be able to call out any fraud data. So, if you want to be in the know like all the cool guys, grab a copy of How Charts Lie ASAP. It's at every bookstore and online shop around. But because you're the VinUnian, you're in luck. The book is available at the VinUni library, so you can check it out for free anytime. And trust me, it's worth the read. So what are you waiting for? Pick up How Charts Lie today and start changing the way you think about data and data visualization. I challenge you to read the book and answer me how charts lie. Thank you for tuning in.